Welcome back. A national television health program campaign focused on reducing salt intake was launched here today, Thursday, August 11, 2016. The campaign was being spearheaded by the SBG Salt Smart Coalition in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment. It is specifically focused on adverse health conditions related to exercise and salt intake. Today's launch took place at the conference room of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment. The Salt Smart Coalition in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment launched a national television health promotion campaign today as part of the national strategy to reduce salt intake. The ministry says in a release the campaign will focus on adverse health conditions related to excessive salt intake. It will take the form of 3 television jingles which depicts access to high sodium foods in settings like schools, supermarkets and homes. The ministry says it is designed to foster a culture among Vincentians which discourages the consumption of foods with high salt content, especially for children. The television jingles will run for 3 months. A manager of a leading supermarket in SPG fell into trouble with the law on Wednesday, August 10, 2016. According to Searchlight newspaper, manager of CK Graves Supermarket Pembroke, Derek Miners, was arrested Wednesday after being found with 370 grams of cannabis. He was apprehended at his home in Villa after narcotics and RRU officers executed a search warrant on his home. A regional consumer expert has commended the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for moving ahead with its effort to revise the country's consumer protection legislation. The commendation came from Competition Bureau Chief at Jamaica Fair Trading Commission, Kevin Harriott, who is now in the States to facilitate a series of national consultations on the Consumer Protection Bill. Speaking on NBC's face-to-face program yesterday morning, Mr. Harriott said, despite the government's effort, the onus is on consumers to make sure that their rights are respected. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves this morning in Parliament said that it is only fair that teachers are paid by the government.
This one is where someone was paid by the government but not employed by the government. In other words, not appointed by the Public Service Commission, but appointed by a private institution, like for instance in this case St. Martin's Secondary School. And the government has taken the decision, for which I haven't heard, and I've spoken about it, but I haven't heard yet any credit given to the government. That's not that we need the credit. We do what is right because it is right. That even though you're not employed by the government, but you taught people's children, it is only fair and reasonable that you be put on the same footing if you're paid by the government, even though you are not appointed by the government. Because what happens is this, and I should explain the backdrop and the policy, and I'm going to say something today because I want the public servants to hear what I'm saying. You think it's battles only that I have to fight with political opposition outside? I'm not talking about politics inside. Sometimes I have to fight some battles against the bureaucrats which are more intense than those which I have to fight with politicians in the opposition, even an old soldier like me. But of course, if you're the government, you bring it to the parliament and you put it right. We have a system, Mr. Speaker. Since 2001, we have been paying the salaries of teachers in all the religious denominational schools. We have a matter settled. We had discussions with them that if you have so many students, we will pay so many teachers.
A young man, aged 22, in St. Vincent, is asking for the support of Vincentians in getting medical attention. JSR Communication blogs posted this morning that Jeffrey Richardson is in urgent need of the public's benevolence to have a CT scan done this Friday, August 12, 2016. He was first diagnosed with acute kidney failure and was taken back to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital on Friday, August 5, 2016, where he was told he has anesthetic seizure and that he needs a scan by Friday morning at a cost of $865, and their contributions can be made to account number 85565 at the St. Vincent Cooperative Bank, better known as the Penny Bank. Jeffrey is a brother of IKTV's Jeremy Richardson, who says Jeffrey's medications are around $143. Coming up next, we take a look at the sporting highlights.